Welcome to our new series, the 200 Movie Challenge. Our goal this year is to watch 200 movies that we haven't seen yet. If you want to listen to the full podcast where this clip is from, the link will be in the description. Now enjoy today's movie.
But yeah, no, it was there. But Soto, I do have to say one thing. So, when you're watching Tubi or you're watching any of those other streaming services, it gives you like a suggestion of something. And so this one's ended, and like I said, it ended. I wasn't pissed. I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this. And then it's, underneath, it's like, see Sharkenstein. A movie, a shark movie that combines its name with Frankenstein. So, Soto, for my second movie, I saw the fucking movie Sharkenstein. I did not want to tell you I saw a second shark movie, but I saw the movie fucking Sharkenstein. I did. I went there. And
why?
Because I hate myself.
Why?
Oh, because hold on. Soto, hold on. Let me give you the synopsis to this. 60 years after the termination of the Third Reich program designed to weaponize sharks, a reanimated abomination terrorizes the water of a small ocean town. Yes, Nazis are a big thing about this. So let me kind of read to you the opening credits, or not the opening credits, but how like the scroll and stuff like that. Let me just, before how this movie starts. Throughout the ages, one legend has survived the span of time, never dying, never stopping, and always terrifying. The Frankenstein monster, born of mankind's greed and desire to play God, to create life from the parts of the dead. The monster has been killed and reborn over the centuries, its heart and brain indestructible. No one could have predicted the most bizarre experiment yet. So Soto, this movie starts off in the 1940s. And yes, all of a sudden, so basically, what you just see is basically this, a bunch of Nazis. It's in black and white. Sorry.
Black and white?
It starts off black and white. It starts off black and white. It's not a black and white movie. I was a little bit worried because this is Sharks of the Corn quality. And I'm going to say that right now. Yeah, so I
hate that.
So anyhow,
I hate that. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I hate it.
So anyhow, the Nazis are there, and there's two scientists, and they're working on it.
Nazis are there.
And they're basically saying, "Oh my God! All right, hold on a sec." Nazi from orders from Hitler. They have to basically take everything they're working on this Frankenstein project. And scientists are like, no, we still have work to do. And they basically steal the project and kill all the scientists. So FYI, I'm going to tell you something real quick. I sent you a TikTok clip, which I'm going to get to in a second. So feel free to open TikTok and get ready to watch what I just sent to you. But yeah, so that's the opening. And then all of a sudden it goes into present day. The opening credits, it did obviously come to color. It looked a little bit better, but it definitely still Sharks of the Corn. The special effects in this movie, Soto, let me tell you the kills. So there's this shark that is kind of put together like a Frankenstein, like a Sharkenstein. And yes, feel free, pull up your TikTok and watch this.
I had fucking terrible.
A woman is walking on the beach
already,
and then the shark just kind of slides out. You hear a woman's scream, blood, and goes off. You're watching the fisherman one. I was so glad. And then the feeder's still there, and I'm like,
a fucking movie.
Technically, yes. And I do use the word technically. Very used.
2016.
There's this whole sharkploitation movies that it's crazy because I looked up there's three main people called Skip, Coop, and Madge. And the guy that plays Skip seems to be our age, but he's always wearing a fucking sideways hat, like trying to be all cool. I thought he was like the other kids' fathers, the other two, but they were just three friends going on like a boat trip. They rented a boat. They were just relaxing. But yes, the shark they don't know what's happening. Just boaters are disappearing. But it turns out there's still this, German scientist who's trying to complete this mission, that the Nazis started in 1940. So he created the monster, and he's now got Frankenstein's heart and brain. He found it. So the idea is for him to put in the shark to create the ultimate killing machine. Soto, this is really, really.
Why is the cover for this look like there was more budget put into it
Oh,
than the actual movie?
because
Like
you
the,
get
the
people to
cover
watch
looks
it.
like it's a drawing, and it's like, it's very like, I mean, it's very enticing if I can be honest. And then you showed me that clip, and I'm like, I never want to ever see that
Oh,
again.
don't you?
That's,
No.
that looks,
I mean, I'm
that
like,
looks
that's how a lot of this
ridiculous.
movie is. But yeah, so while the three kids are on the, like on, I say kids, but they're our age, are on the boat. And for some reason, their boat captain, because they rented the boat, is mute. He doesn't talk. And I don't know why. That's just a choice. Like Harbor Patrol telling them, hey, you have to get off. There's just dangers in the water, safety, blah, blah, blah. And, the boat breaks down and they swim to the island. And that's where they find like the scientist's hidden lair where he's been working on the Sharkenstein monster, etc. I'm really not going to waste too much time on this. For anyone that has pulled this up and is watching, just go to TikTok, search Sharkenstein and look at some of the kills. And this tells you, Soto.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's
Like I feel bad. I can't believe you did this to yourself. Is really what
I
I
was
want to
just
say,
in a
but I'm
mood. I
also not
was just like, fuck it. And I made a joke. The next movie was like Sharkula. I'm like, no, I'm out. Sharkenstein, like I said, Shark Side of the Moon, I was fine with. It felt like a movie. Yes, cheesy in its story and acting and stuff like that. But overall, it's like I felt like I was watching a movie.
you weren't satisfied.
I was
You're
definitely
like,
satisfied
no,
because
this
it wasn't as
enough.
bad. But as you can see, that special effects me and you would have done in high school. But the fact that like Frankenstein's heart and brain is still a big part of this. But yeah, I mean, it was so unimaginative. And obviously the special effects are bad and the dialogue was bad. But these actors, the three main people, back to what I was gonna say, I kind of looked up their filmography. Holy shit, the amount of shark movies these three have done. I don't know. Like all of a sudden it's like they had this. There's like I can't even tell you some of the other names, but they've appeared in some movies. It's like this whole hidden neck of the woods where people just love these kind of shark movies and it's the same people acting. But no, Soto, this, if you see anyone watch that clip, you'll know. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I felt like part of me was like, oh, I can't. Now again,
I have to I'm gonna have to repost that on TikTok, and we're gonna be so confused.
yeah, it's funny because basically, like on Border Patrol and some other fishermen are looking at those legs that are just left standing there from that clip I sent you, and then they're like, "What do you think happened?" You're like, "A shark ate him." And he's like, "Well, what do you mean a shark ate him? Where's the rest of his body? Or how did the shark do this?" And he's like, it was so bad. So the dialogue was so bad. This is Sharks of the Corn. If you told me Frankenstein or Sharks of the Corn, I might still say Sharkenstein because again the kills is bad. At least I don't know. I felt like I enjoyed it better than Sharks of the Corn. I felt there was more because I will say again this movie beginning, middle, and end. There's at least a full story as cheesy it is. Where Sharks of the Corn were like, what the fuck is going on? Grenades and heads, shark gods. So I say enjoyed very loosely. I'm just comparing to Sharks of the Corn, but yeah. So I'm not watching another show. If somehow I somewhat enjoyed this, I might have watched the third one this week. I'm like, no. But yes, I had to laugh. I'm like, I saw Sharkenstein. I saw that cover. I'm like, fuck it. I'm doing this. I have nothing else I'm going to watch this week. So I had to look at my list, and I will say this. It's not last, but it's second to last. I would rather watch this than Slaw. Slaw was just a mess to me, and it was stupid, and I could not get through. This is less than 90 minutes. I mean, same with like I said, as bad as this was, I think just laughing at the cheesy effects helped me a little bit. Bad everything else, it was tough. I'm not gonna lie, but Slaw was very, very bad and so much worse, and I can't even comprehend a lot of the movie. So yes, no, this Sharkenstein is number 67. I'd rather see Get Off My Lawn again than Sharkenstein. But yeah, still Slaw is still technically the worst movie I've seen, but trust me, this one I knew. I'm like, better than Slaw, that's it. So yeah, those are the two movies I saw this week. One was your fault, one was mine. I took the plunge because it was just there. It's just like, it says, hey, why don't you watch this? And I'm like, you know what? I'm curious now. What the fuck is a shark? I'm sorry I did that. I am 100% sorry. But for some reason it had Nazis and they had the Frankenstein monster heart and brain and they're going to put it in a shark. I'm like, I've never heard of that shit. That's a sentence I never would have put together. That's a sentence I don't think ChatGPT would ever put together. So I was intrigued by the title alone, and I lost, and I'll leave it at that.
I can't believe you did it, man. What a stunning turn of events. I just, have we not learned our lessons about these shark movies? Like, I'm surprised that, Shark Side of the Moon was as good as it was. Well, as watchable as it was, I guess I should correct myself. But then you just had to fuck it up and watch Sharkenstein.
I did.
Fuck up your week.
Oh, well, luckily it was early in the week, and I just couldn't, even the last couple of days, I'm like, I have time. I can watch a movie. I'm like, no. I'm like, I need to sit. I need to cleanse this out of my system. Maybe I'll eat some tacos like that woman in Shark Side of the Moon, and just like, I need to cleanse everything. Next week, I don't know what I'm going to watch. I'm going to assume it's going to be better than both these shark movies, but you never know. I just think I need a break from this. I think I said this after seeing Slaw. I said this after Get Off. I'm like, sometimes I just need better.